Well, today I'm reviewing one of my favorite items that I've purchased, and it's one of my favorite items not because I enjoy reviewing it more, but because it's got to do with my two girls. I'm reviewing the Kidsform girl lace dress. So all you mummies and daddies out there that you're thinking of buying this dress for your princesses, get an idea of what you're going to receive and what it's like. And also I'm going to give you some tips on the size. So I'm hoping those would actually help too. Right in the box and then show you the contents of the box, but in this case it's in the bag because the dress comes delivered inside the bag, and it's one of those big zip seal bags, and the dress is nicely folded inside. This also means the dress will have some creases, but not to worry, you will see the creases on the pictures. I just didn't have time to get my iron out, and plus I do actually hate my iron. But all you need to do is just hang the dress on a coat hanger for a couple of days. Most of the creases will go. If on the day they're going to wear it, it still has a few creases, all you need to do is just apply a little bit of steam, just standing upright, still hanging on the coat hanger. Just apply a little bit of steam a bit far away from the dress, and all the creases automatically disappear. So here I have two of my four princesses, the two little girls. So I have my 7-year-old, which is going to be 8 in May, and my 9-year-old that's just been 9 this month. As you can see, my 9-year-old just about reaches to 120. My 7-year-old doesn't. I've bought the 130 centimeter dress, so you're aware. Okay, and both of my girls have been measured with no slippers, no shoes on. And this is my 9-year-old princess. As I just wanted to show you how it looks at the front and at the back. Now I do want to guide your attention to the part here. Now lengthwise the dress is beautifully long. They're wearing some little heels. I have added a picture for you to have an idea of what kind of heels they're wearing. They're only tiny little girl princesses heels, and they only wear it in very special occasions. But here on the width of the bust does fit a tiny bit small. I have already bought the size larger, so I would say for my 9-year-old I should have bought the 140, not because of the length but because of the width of the bust. As you can see here, hope you can see a little her little heels, and the dress, it's a very good length. She won't step on it. I think that even if I buy a size larger, because now obviously I have one problem, I have one dress and I have two girls, so they were kind of saying, no, it fits me better, no, it fits me better. So I think that even if I buy a size larger, it's still going to have a very good length there. So hopefully, let me show you again. Here we go. You can see where the shoe reaches. Hopefully, I think a size larger for my 9-year-old would be much better on the bust. As I say, it's not small on her, it's not tight, but she doesn't have the free movement that I would like it to have. And I think the length would still be fantastic. And I've just taken these pictures to show you that it's not tight. It's not tight around her little arm. It's not tight under her arm. It's just a matter that, as you can see here, there's a little crease here even. So you can tell that the dress is not tight. But she just would be much more comfortable in a size larger. So at least, please, moms and dads, at least go one size bigger, 1 to 2. Okay, so I wanted to show you that the front part of the dress, this part here, it actually has the same lace, the lace at on the outside, sorry, and the same satin material underneath. So the front is all covered, but at the back, I don't know if you can appreciate on the picture, the satin part covers up to here. And then all this is just lace, and my daughters absolutely love that detail because they felt they were wearing like a proper woman's dress. So it's beautiful. I do have to say that the waist, it's not actually on my daughter's waist. My daughter's waist would be here, so the design of the dress is a bit higher than waist. I'm sure I'm making much sense. I'm trying to explain it, but I know you, I think moms and dads will understand what I mean. It's just higher than waist. So the fall of the dress is much more nicer. As you can see, as I've explained earlier, there are creases. If this dress looks good with creases on, once it's been hung for a couple of days and I've done the steam on, it's just going to look perfect. I just couldn't wait because my girls wanted me to do the review and they wanted to try it and they wanted. So I said, come on then, let's do it. Right, on this picture, I'll show you a closer look on the back zip. This is where I comment on my written review, which is the tag, which is at the back. If you put it towards the left, you're going to see it slightly. You can move it towards the right. You're going to see it less because it's all these parts almost hidden behind the zip, but there again, a little bit does pop out. Now, because this is my 9-year-old daughter, she usually cannot stand lace on her skin. She says it's itchy. She hasn't complained about this lace being itchy when she was wearing the dress. She was very happy wearing it. She actually said she loved the feel because, as mentioned, all this part here, it's all satin inside, nice, soft, fresh, and also at the front. But about this part here, that doesn't have, bear with me, I'm just terrible with this drawing, that doesn't have any under satin. It's still fine for her. She hasn't moaned, which is strange. I also wanted to show you, check out this width. This is a dress that's been packed in a bag, transported, etc., and it's still looking this wide. So once it's fully open, once it's fully ironed, once it's been hanging for a couple of days, how beautiful and open this dress is going to be. Different positions just to show you different sides of the dress. We're still looking at my 9-year-old, and towards the right, I just wanted to show you the length. Once again, my 9-year-old is around 120, 122 centimeters tall, and I've bought the 130 centimeters dress. So I am going to buy another a size larger, and I think lengthwise I will update, but I think lengthwise it's going to be fine, and the bust is going to be much better. And now it's time to meet my 8-year-old. Now, I do apologize. I wish I could, show my girls off, but I'm very private. I don't believe in facial pictures, and that's why I've had to crop the picture for the review. I hope you all understand, mums and dads. But you can see her big smile, which is what counts most. This is my 8-year-old, and she's showing her heels on this picture here because she wanted you to see the length. So she's shorter than her sister. Obviously, she's 1 year, 1 month, and 1 day younger. So she's got a little bit more length, even with the tiny heels, but there again, the dress looks really, really pretty on. Here I just wanted to show you how she has more space compared to her older sister. You can see a little bit of a crease here, a bit more space here. To be honest with you, if she's going to wear this dress right now, it fits her. If I probably wait like something like 4 or 5 months, it's not going to fit her anymore. But it's because in this age, when they're 8, 9, they're just 7, 8, 9, they're growing so fast that you don't realize. And one day they put a long t-shirt on and you think, oh my god, where have those sleeves gone? Let's blame the dryer. So but there is a slight difference between one sister and the other. Weight wise, they're very close. Height wise, you've seen at the beginning, probably, I don't know, 5 centimeters difference. But I would say size 130 I would recommend for a 7 to an 8-year-old. personally, of course. And here she is again. I just wanted to show you how full the dress looks. I'll show you in another picture with more detail, because it does have kind of an underskirt, which is the bottom layer. I'll show you right at the end. I know I should have done it the other way around. I should have shown the details first and then my girls after. But what can I say? I prefer the pictures of my girls first. This is the top part of the dress. I've just kind of folded it in half. I hope you can actually appreciate here that the tulle has 1 and 2 layers. Tulle, obviously, as all tulle dresses, comes cut. Don't expect a sewn edge, because it's almost impossible, if not impossible, to actually sew a seam on tulle. And then you've got the satin part, which is nice, lovely, fresh and soft underneath. And then underneath you have another one that I'll show you in another picture that also has some kind of tulle underskirt, but this tulle underneath is not soft like this one and not as malleable. It's more rigid, and all that is there for is to give the dress more of a opening once it's been worn. The lace here at the top, as mentioned, it's soft, it's pretty, nice detail. I really like the dress, I truly do. Just a close-up on the lace, because we all know there's lace and lace. And I just want to tell you that it's malleable. You know, when you touch it, it's soft, and it's not one of those laces that you buy and then when you touch it and you go and fold it, it's kind of, you can't even fold it because it's that rigid. It's not like that. I just want you to put, you know, to put your mind at ease, because that's one of the things that worried me about this dress. The label. This is the label that I was talking about. As mentioned a couple of times, I know I go on and on and on forever, I'm sorry. Underneath, the satin only comes up to this height. So here we have the zip. It goes all the way down to where the lace is for you to do the nice bow or the nice knot. But this label, either if you put it either way, if you put it to the right or you put it to the left, you're going to see it. So best thing, girls, just get a pair of scissors and zip it off. That's exactly what I'm going to do straight away. And the zip goes up and down well, but as you can see, because of the lace and the way it's been finished, because you can't see the zip on this dress, which is fantastic. So what you need to do, as we always, I'm sure you all know, just hold the top part of the dress with your fingers, with your hand, while you're pulling the zip down, and then if you're pulling the zip up, just hold it again to keep the lace straight, and then the zip does not, it's not a problem to zip up or zip down. This is another thing that is a common issue with dresses that cost us a little bit less. We all know, well, no, ladies, this zip runs fine and you're not going to have a problem with it, but because it's a hidden zip, you do need to pull on the material to make sure the zip runs smoothly. And how difficult it is to actually take a picture of 2 layers of tulle. It's very difficult. Hopefully here you can clearly see where 1 layer starts. I've done this on purpose. They're both the same length, but I've done this so you could actually see that there's 2 different layers, so it's a double tulle layer on the outside. And for me, it was important to show you this part inside. As you can see clearly that the seam here, it's nicely finished, it's all straight, the zip is positioned straight, the hems are finished straight. It's a good quality dress. I am personally very happy with it, and the girls are too. And this is the satin inner layer that I was talking about, that my girls said it was just like a grown-up dress. Here again, just a picture of the hems of the sewn bit, so you get to see everything's nice and strong where it should be. Now when I received the dress, it did have 4 to 5 little pieces of white thread stuck, well, not stuck, but yeah, attached between the 2 layers of tulle, because as we all know, tulle attracts thread. Now it's very easy to pick up with your hands with a lint remover, what I used was my pet hairs roller remover, which is that one that it's a sticky when it dries. It's like silicone. It's sticky when it's dried. You remove the hairs, in this case threads, and then you wash it under water under the sink. And when it dries, it becomes a sticky again. It's the forever pet hair remover. So that worked wonders with the loose threads. But to be honest with you, because the finishing is so good, the seams are all well sewn and the dress is good quality, I'm not going to complain about a few loose threads. I am picky, but not that picky. And this is the part I wanted to show you. Now you have, so it makes sense. I hope I do anyway. You've got the 2 layers of tulle, then you've got the layer of satin, and then you've got the inner layer. And the inner layer all around it has this tulle, which is of a more rough material. And as you can see, it's folded and it goes like that all the way around the dress. And what that does is that it gives the volume to the skirt of the dress to kind of pop up more. Here as well, I didn't do it on purpose, but you can see a nice double hem here as well, all perfectly finished. So yeah, quality of the sewing, quality of the materials is good, especially for its price. And usually I always end my video reviews with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So my 2 girls say this dress is a thumbs up. As a mom, it's a clear thumbs up. Dad is very happy because I'm going to buy 2 dresses probably for the price of one. So it's a thumbs up on his behalf. And I thought, what better than her 2 smiles to prove to you that yes, this dress is great. And if you buy it for your little princess, she's going to be just as happy as mine. Well, mine are not very happy at the moment because they both tried the dress, and now even though they're happy to share now and then, my 9-year-old wants one for herself. So but that's the only thing. She's happy because she knows she's going to get one. But she's the smile on the left. She was like, oh no, my sister's keeping this one. So it was a bit disappointing for her, but not to worry, I will buy her a dress immediately a size larger. So my best advice for moms and dads, grandmas, aunties, if you want to buy this dress, at least buy 1 size larger. I would actually say go for it and go 2 size larger. Length is going to be fantastic. I don't think they're going to tread on it unless you have a very petite girl, and they'll be more comfortable on the bust area. So thank you for your time. Thanks for listening. I wish you and your princesses all the very best.